Previously on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Having gotten caught in a time loop, the heroes of Sega venture back to the Sun Temple after being returned to the forest entrance at the start of their third loop. As they run back towards the temple, they can see that the Sphinx battling Drazan atop the temple has gotten smaller, and Drazan has gotten bigger and more powerful. Knowing how to get back to the Spelljammer ship, our heroes quickly bypass the portal room in the temple and are sent to the bridge of the starship. This time, instead of pushing random buttons on the ship's console, Tail and Zoldan are able to take the time to analyze the buttons and figure out a way to open the blast shields that protect the main windshield of the ship. Even though they can now see out of the front of the ship, unfortunately the friction of the ship careening through the atmosphere superheated the glass of the windshield. Tail and Reshi did the best they could to prevent the windshield from melting, but their cold magics weren't powerful enough, and the group died in a blaze of hellfire as the windshield melted and the flames of superheated air blasted into the bridge, burning all inside. Another time loop flashes before them. The Sphinx is now a teenager, and Drazan is getting more and more powerful each loop. The Sphinx cries out that they're using all of their power to keep Drazan in this loop, and Drazan gloats that soon he will be free to take over the world. The group makes their way back to the ship, and this time, Tail decodes the warnings of the starship's computers. The engines are malfunctioning, and the controls in the bridge have been locked for their safety. Tail goes to the engine room and sees two Tabaxi engineers arguing about how the head engineer was turned into a baby when he braved the leaking time energies of the engine room that they have successfully now contained. Tail opens the door and sends a golem into the engine room, and just as the golem was attempting to manipulate the engine's controls, the ship crashes and they loop once more. When they are sent back to the beginning, Drazan is now holding a baby Sphinx by the scruff of the neck, punching her repeatedly in the face and laughing that his time to rule is nigh. Our heroes rush back to the ship, get to the engine room, they shut down the engine which unlocks the steering column, and they are able to send the ship careening on its belly just outside the temple. Drazan flies over to them and picks up the ship, and our heroes start fighting back. Rowan casts the ball-cracking shatter spell at Drazan's crotch, causing him to drop the ship on many members of the group, providing enough of distraction for the baby Sphinx to fly over and absorb the time energy of the spaceship, reverting some of the de-aging done to her. And with yet another flash of white light, the Sphinx lunges at Drazan's face, and our heroes are sent back to the start with a knowledge of how to rob power from Drazan and potentially bring him to his knees. How many more loops are ahead of our heroes? How many more loops are in store for our heroes? And how many more loops will our heroes endure? Find out now on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Find out now on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Find out now on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Find out now on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Find out now on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Find out now on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D. Find out now on the Osrynn Tales Live D&D.